Hello everyone. So let's talk about one of the most interesting topic of email security. So that's about content filtering, your first line of defense. What is content filtering? So content filtering is essentially the process of examining the content of an email to determine if it is safe or harmful. So this involves looking at the text within the email as well as any attachment that might be included as well as the email header. So its main job to stop dangerous emails before they reach your inbox. So you can see, this is one of the example email, and you can see there are several the content of available in this email. So you can see Bitcoin transactions, and so this is a kind of a spam email. And for example, if you want to block this kind of email, so we can add some the keywords. For example, so if we add Bitcoin or BTC and set up a block rule in an email security gateway, that means the content block rule, then if it is received the email security gateways, then immediately it will be blocked. So likewise, you can monitor, you can add content filtering based on any text found in the email body, or so you can add attachment filtering as well, different type of attachment types. The file types actually you can block in the content filtering rules. And so this is how it will work. So analyze the email content and then acting as a gatekeeper to your inbox, and you can prevent spam and phishing and malware, so using this of content filtering. So how content filtering works? Content filtering uses few key techniques. The keyword scanning searches for the red flags within the email text, and as well as attachment analyze looks at the file attached to the email. So pattern recognitions identify the email that look like non-spams or the phishing. Heuristic analysis is the more advanced method that use the rules to identify suspicious activity, so even if it is not known threat. So this is how actually the diagram you will see the spam filter, and based on the content and the configured in a content filtering rules configured in your spam gateway, so it will filter out. Then it will be block or the quarantine if it is found this, and the other content, the good content will be delivered to your email. So if we talk about the common filtering rules, for example, we can set different type of rules like this. So the first one is, you can see actually the this is a straightforward rule. So it blocks any email coming directly from the specific email address, for example person@email.com. And so this is useful for the dealing with non-spammers or unwanted senders. So simply you can add like this the email ID, and you can set the action as a block, and this will be filtered out the specific email addresses. And then you can actually have the second example. For example, here we see something like wildcard characters all at email.com. So that's mean we can entirely block a specific domain, and it's something like subdomains will be not filtered unless explicitly added. And this time actually we can set different actions. Quarantine, that's mean actually we can have multiple type of actions we can set, for example block, quarantine, or allow. And in here actually the asterisk mark will be the wildcard character. This rule quarantine all emails coming from the domain email.com. So this means the email are not immediately blocked, but they are held for the review. So it's important to note that descriptions actually clarifies that subdomains like sub.email.com are not included unless specified separately. The third rule actually, it's something example, it uses two wildcards. So it actually it allows email from all subdomains of abc.com. And for example, actually the email address will be removed, would be allowed through. So this can be useful for the whitelisting company entire domain and its subdomain. The fourth rule, we can actually set something like very simple content filtering. That means we can add keyword based scanning, keyword based rules. So it's block any email that contain the word Bitcoin in the body, header, or prom address or true address or any other part of the email. And actually, so this is useful for the filtering out spams or phishing emails so that open mentions cryptocurrencies. So this example demonstrates the flexibility of content filtering rules and all ways you can customize these rules. So they can be specific using exact addresses or the broad using wildcards and the keywords. So this allows administrators to tailor email security to their specific needs. So actually you can have this content filtering in the both ways, that means the inbound content filtering and the outbound content filtering as well. So let's talk about the attachment filtering. It's security measures that it scans and filter email attachment based on their file types, names, or the size. So this allows administrator to prevent potentially harmful and unwanted files from the reaching users. So let's break down the key points actually. The first one is filtering based on file names or file extensions. So this means actually the file name or the file name extensions. This is a fundamental method where the system looks at the file name and its extension. For example, it might block all the file ending in a exe or the zip files, because exes mean the executable files. Actually the script files you can block, archive files you can block like .zip or .jars. And so actually this is something like common file type that are open block executable files can directly run programs and potentially install malware. So script files can execute commands, or archive files like .zip and .rar can contain other harmful files. So these are frequently targeted because of their potential deliver malicious payload. So next thing is you can have attachment filtering for the password protected archives. And so this is the one of the common technique these days the attackers will be used. And because email security gateways cannot actually decrypt the password protected file, but it can identify the archive files, password protected archive files immediately, it can be blocked. So this is the way you can actually monitor it, and you can have view on these password protected files then. So if it is safe, you can deliver it. And the next one is password protected Microsoft documents. So you can have control over there. You can actually filter out this password protected Microsoft document as well. And so you can review once it is blocked or quarantine. And then finally uh, password protected PDF documents also potential risk. So these filtering options addresses the fact that malicious code can be embedded within PDF, so password protection can obscure them from standard scans. So in summary, attachment filtering is a multi-layered defense against email-borne threats. It goes beyond simple file type blocking to include more sophisticated technique like handling password protected files. So this helps to ensure that users are protected from wide range of potentially harmful attachment. So finally, why content filtering is important? Content filtering is important for the several reasons. The first one is it helps to keep our system safe from malware and phishing attacks. So it also reduces the amount of spam we receive, which can be a huge time saver. So by filtering out harmful and unwanted emails, we can focus on what's important. Thank you very much.